EA is in deep trouble, but what's crazy to find is that it's not just Apex related. So you guys have probably seen the news by now that EA stocks are down 20% in the last month. And the truth is, yes, Apex Legends has lost 75% of its player base on Steam, and even creators saying, I don't know what you would do to correct this course of action at this point, and I just don't think there is much to do. Even a lot of the comments saying you don't. You mitigate losses, you move on, or nothing, let it die slowly. That's what a lot of people are saying. I actually even spoke with some of the developers on the game in which they said, yes, I don't think we will ever see numbers like we saw years ago, but I do think we can make things at least a little bit better. That's coming directly from developers. But yeah, we saw countless news articles talking about 17% down and 19% down of EA stock, and now it's up to 21% down in the last month, but still 19% or so in the last couple of days. And don't get me wrong, we all know people are frustrated with Apex and that people are sick of the microtransactions and the lack of content and the game stability, but it's not just Apex. And this goes to show you that EA has so much swing, so much power, in that they're suffocating a lot of the games that they are behind. Dragon Age the Veilguard's disappointing sales, which was $6 billion or nearly 4 Ubisofts, wiped off in one day. Also, EA FC 25's disappointing sales, some saying it was the worst day since the .com bubble for EA, and even one of the comments saying that's what you get when you don't listen to your customers. Now, after this bad news, something crazy happened if you're an actual community member, not someone that just looks at the widespread, the bigger picture, but if you're actually inside of the Apex community, you would know how concerning this is. One of the longest standing developers in that scene right now is Moy. He's been around for years and years and years, the lead animation director over at Respawn. After 9 years, 2 games, 24 seasons, he had just announced that he is saying goodbye to Respawn. That is once again another OG developer of this game that is no longer involved. You could say what you want to about new opportunities or developers moving to other things, but I solely believe that people love their babies, the things that they launch, they're passionate about. And yes, new opportunities come, but if they have the opportunity and things are going good, they would probably be more likely to stay where they are comfortable. The truth of the matter is, I don't believe that they are comfortable. I don't think that they do enjoy where they're at. People oftentimes just blame that, oh, life moves on, life changes, you need to change with the times and all of that stuff. But I think a lot of times that's just a blanket for just saying that things aren't as I wish they were at my current place. Mandy put it best that EA had launched Apex with no expectations of how big it was actually going to get. Once it got this big though, it's almost like they were the step parent and they wanted nothing to do with this kid for some reason. It's almost like this was just a short swing success that they were hoping for, but when it turned into something more long term, that's when the community and the scene in general for the Titanfall and Apex Legends universe went from being this tight-knit community vibe to this widespread gotta keep up with the Joneses vibe. And I don't think a lot of these OG developers really like that. It's almost like it became less about a good game and more about the money. When Apex was first launched, and even the old Titanfall stuff, it looked like it was developed in a way to where the developers were really passionate about what they were doing. There was really no demand for making too much money because they were just here for the ride. But once EA's eyes lit up green and they realized how much green there was to be made, it's like all of this changed. We saw so many people leave and the direction of the game went entirely opposite of what we had hoped for. Right now we are at a very pivotal moment for the future of the game. Just back in November, Imperial How, the biggest streamer of this game, had reported and said that Apex has actually reached to a point where comp wasn't enjoyable. Pros and creators, he says, would be leaving after champs. Everybody's waiting for this big tournament that's happening this week. This is the World Championship for Apex Legends ALGS Year 4, and if things go great, it could be good. They're doing it in a location that obviously has a lot of hype. I think Japan is a great community for Apex Legends. However, if the game's not in a good place, you may see a lot of retirements after this event. A lot of big streamers move on to other things. A lot of organizations back out and stop giving their support to Apex. So who knows where all of this is going, but I definitely think we're going to get a lot of news in the next 3 weeks regarding what the future plans are for this game. Like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the scene. Until the next time, we'll see you all